Alright, guys, welcome to another episode of Jared and Noun's podcast, I guess we'll call it for now.
Sure.
I mean, that's what we're.
That's what it's called in the channel.
Yeah,
so I guess
so-
might as well stick with it until we figure something out.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out a better name as we go along. So, hey guys, thanks for joining us. Today we're going to be talking about our review for Godzilla versus Kong. And I figured this is when we just get right into it. It's,
There's a lot of mixed things. So a lot of people out there are tending to love it. I'm guessing, right? There's been a lot of positive reviews.
so...
How are the reviews? I actually haven't checked, to be honest.
So the reviews as of right now, let me just double check, see if there's any updates.
Yeah, it's only been like a day, right? So I guess.
Yeah. So Rotten Tomatoes right now, it says 79% certified fresh
It's not bad.
with 223 reviews and an audience score of 95%.
Interesting. It's pretty good too.
Now, I guess I'm on crack and I'm crazy or something because I just didn't like the movie.
I understand. I thought it was a little cheesy at some parts, to be honest.
Yeah.
There was one scene that just made me laugh because it was like so cheesy.
Oh, and a spoiler review.
Oh, spoiler
also.
alert! It's kind of we'll put it at the top.
We're gonna put it to the top.
It was the one scene when they first show Mecha Godzilla, and the kids were there. Millie Bobby Brown and Brian Tyree were there, and and this dude was like, "Oh, look, it's Robo Godzilla." He's like, "No, it's Mecha." I thought that show was mad cheesy.
That was so stupid. That was so stupid. Yeah. So my thing is, I started with. So I rewatched all of them just to kind of freshen up on, the MonsterVerse movies.
Yeah.
Because I only saw Kong Skull Island theaters once, and I think I saw Godzilla like twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then like once when it first was on HBO Max when it first dropped.
Yeah.
And rewatching all of them, I just find it tonally so different from all the other ones. Mm-hmm. Where, for the first Godzilla, even in the second Godzilla, like, it's modern time. We have some higher technology, but like it's still grounded in a more real, like, when you have the first one with Aaron Taylor Johnson, with his military character, there was nothing high tech or advanced about anything that they had. So I just find it a big leap that suddenly now we have ships that look like they're from the MCU Wakanda that are able to like go off this weird energy that can follow them throughout this holy earth, which is another thing that they never mentioned before, like the whole there's a layer of earth, hollow earth, where it's like this weird in between.
Where like it's untouched by humanity. It's like
journey to the end of the earth. Like
exactly,
it's like this weird you're going.
It's like a whole it's just like a jungle basically. Just
what it reminded me of in a bad way, like the Ice Age when they found out that the Ice Age movie when they found the dinosaurs. It's like, oh, they were just under us this whole time, like and still alive, like thriving. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it just made no sense to me. I thought it was a big deviation to just get like. I understand having to show Kong get his axe. Mm-hmm. I just feel like it was a long side journey to do that just to then build up towards like Godzilla then shows up in Hong Kong out of nowhere and just suddenly knows that Kong is right below him and just blasts the beam. You know what I mean? It's like
that's facts. Yeah.
It's a lot of shit that just totally didn't work for me.
I agree, honestly. And I'm still kind of confused about the whole thing because it seemed like he's actually from there, like.
Yeah, he said they have an instinct that if they're not from there, but if they go back there, like their instincts, like the theory was that their instincts would kick in.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he had there was a painted hand that fit his hand too and all that stuff.
I think it was just probably like another gorilla his size.
Or maybe it was like one of his ancestors.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But yeah,
but it's still like.
But to fucking beam all the way down to the center of the earth just like that out of nowhere, I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially all that light show they had getting King Kong down there the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they had to go to a specific place. So it's just like, how did Godzilla know? Just like a lot of my annoyance is this. I understand with all the other ones they didn't bring in the biggest box office. Obviously, in hindsight, they didn't know this was gonna go straight to streaming. It's the shortest one I think out of all of them. It's like under 2 hours. It's only an hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So, I like that they took in. Okay, everybody said the other ones are a little too long, too much human shit. So let's focus on them. I get that. But one thing is, when you have the humans sitting there explaining shit, I just feel like it doesn't hurt to just throw in a few more lines just to help explain a little bit more in terms of like what is this Hollow Earth? Why didn't they mention it before? Just like a little bit more backstory than a vague than vague shit.
That's facts.
Know. And my thing is, at this point, I get it would be annoying, but I'm so conditioned. At least rewatching them all through, because then like I watched them all until like 3 a.m. and then I watched Godzilla vs Kong.
It would be nice if they would have mentioned it throughout the movies at least.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like that's or not even just throughout it, but it's just like I'm already conditioned by this point with Godzilla 1 and 2 and Kong vs Kong. Like I'm used to a lot of human explanation.
Yeah.
This is one where I feel like it was warranted compared to the other ones where it's like we know who King Kong is, we know who Godzilla is. Like, we just want to see a cool movie of when they first attack. I don't need all the explanation of this and that. We know. But with this one, it's like, all right, you're adding new mythology, and that's like, at least new to me. Like I didn't watch all of the other ones in the past, so I don't know if this is some of them were deep cuts. But for me, I just thought it could have used a bit more explanation.
I agree. Honestly, it felt like the humans were just a separate thing from the whole movie, and it's like.
Although I didn't mind the way they used the humans in this one compared to the other ones in terms of like what they were doing.
It depends on the humans. Like the only people I felt were important throughout the thing was I forget her name, but it was the death.
Yeah, no, that's the Kongs. Like you got the Kong humans, and then you got the
Godzilla humans.
The Godzilla. That's where you have Millie, Brian Tyree Henry, Millie Bobby Brown, and Julian. I forgot his last name, but the kid from Deadpool.
Yeah.
My whole thing was like they just seemed like very much like kind of useless with their stuff, and also like even like the way that they ended up in Hong Kong. It was like, all right, we have nothing else for them to do, so we just want to get them over there. So we're just gonna shift them over there so we can get them to see Mechagodzilla. Like that's it. But I still feel like you could have done the Mechagodzilla surprise without them
doing all that. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have to show. I didn't think you had to show him. Period. Like he in terms of like before that, he could have just popped out where it's like you could have cut to the business guy I forgot whatever the fuck his title was, but
yeah, he was honestly just there just to say what it was and then die.
Yeah,
it's literally all he
did.
But
my thing is you could have just quickly shown him looking out, seeing Godzilla destroy everything, and then he could turn around and be like, get the machine, and then Mechagodzilla shows up as like a defense in Hong Kong. Like it still could have made sense. Like I don't think you needed to do all that. Yeah, the Kong team was way more integral to the story. Of like getting him to help. Like again, I didn't like the technology and the tonal difference, but I did like the way they were used. More of like
I agree.
They felt more like they were doing something.
Yeah, like there was a connection.
Yeah,
there really was a connection.
Yeah, and I did love the opening. The way it was opened up, and then he goes with the death girl, and then takes the tree and the spear, and like
because he already knows where he's at, so it's like
that's the thing for me. Like the first, I would say like 40 to 50 minutes of this movie, like everything up until like the first fight, like after the first fight. Everything to me at that point was awesome.
Yeah.
It was then just the long extended him going to get the axe, not explaining anything with Godzilla, pointless, human side of his team.
I think they were doing too much to raise it up, and it dropped down too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so they kind of slowed down way too much.
Yeah.
And just created an imbalance of like how the movie was like.
And then to have it where it's like only one more fight, and then immediately Mechagodzilla comes in, starts to wreck shop, and then they just. I just felt like even though it looked dope, I just feel like for the hype of what you started with Godzilla, you then did Kong Skull Island, and all the rumors came out that like, oh, is Kong Skull Island gonna tie in? And they have that post-credit scene that hints at Godzilla, so you're like, oh shit, like they're building up to this giant Titan fight. And that was the other thing that like I thought about with Godzilla, the second one was just like, okay, like I don't mind all this more human explanations of it if it means like we get more of an epic battle with all the like saving the CGI budget for like, all right, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna spend it on Kong and Godzilla. Yeah. And I just felt like it could have been a longer bit of a sequence. But I mean, again, like that's just more of me, like just from the hype of like.
I feel like they could have showed a little more, because even in the other movies they showed
just the amount of fights that they put in the other ones compared to only 2 in this one. When you really think about it, I feel like that's what it is. Just the number of what you got me conditioned to.
I agree. And going back to the human thing too, like they did show a lot too in the other movies how they were being affected while Kong or Godzilla were fighting.
Yeah.
Down on the lower level.
Oh, I was thinking the same thing. I'm glad you noticed that.
They didn't show a single thing. Mad people died during that fight, bro. That whole city got destroyed. They didn't show a single person.
Dude, I'm so glad you said that, because I forgot about that point. But that is something that bothered me. The same thing, because I was like, they only showed the one shot when Mechagodzilla first comes out, but then that's it. And that's like rewatching all them. I realized
and the people that was helping King Kong when he was down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I think because I understand like it was annoying the way they would cut to the humans in the other ones, but it's because like you built up this fight about to happen, and then you cut to then show the humans.
Yeah,
that was annoying. And I feel like they took that note and then kind of went, okay, then we're just gonna have Godzilla and Kong fight the whole time and not show anything else. But it's like, no. You can still do reaction shots of like what's going down at the bottom. We just want to make sure like when you like it's not right when the fight's happening they throw one punch and then you cut to the humans like the other ones. Like you could like I love the action the way the sequence like I love when Kong was on the like I did like the like sequences of the final battle. I just feel like it could have been longer like the whole like more of like how he snuck away and then was on top of the building and threw it to divert him and then jumped on top and punched him. I was like, okay, like
that was dope. Yeah.
I like the strategicness of like between Kong and like Godzilla's fight. I just wish we got like a bit more of it, honestly. And I feel like I feel like it sounds like whiny to ask that because obviously it's a huge budget. It's a lot that goes into it. Like it's a lot. But I just feel like it's like.
But you spent all those years building it up to it.
Yeah.
You might as well go all out. You know. What I'm saying? I agree. Do you know if they're gonna do anything after this?
Right now, there's nothing in the works. There's nothing in development. There's no Mothra spinoff, no other Godzilla talks or anything. I mean, if it's a hit, I'm sure they'll say something within the next week.
Yeah, I agree. So far, it looks like the ratings are doing pretty okay. So
yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
You know what I'm saying?
But other than that, I did like all the performances that everyone gave. I don't think anybody was like. I don't think any of the human characters were annoying in this one to me. Like I thought they were all. Perfectly fine.
The only person I thought was annoying was the boss guy who created.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about like the main ones, like
the main people.
Millie Bobby Brown, Brian Tyree Henry, Julian. Again, forget his last name. Kyle Chandler. I thought they all did. I thought Alex Skarsgård, Rebecca Hall. They killed. Then the deaf girl killed it. I love her relationship with Kong, and I love the moment when he said home and. They were like, "Oh shit, did he just talk?" Like, I loved that moment. Because again, like I think
there was that other chick. That chick. It was another thing that got me pissed off. It was one scene. It was one of the first scenes when he was on the boat, and they were taking him whatever, and then the deaf girl goes out to see Kong while it's raining, and the one chick was like, "Is she supposed to be out there?" What kind of stupid fucking question is that? Like,
clearly this
the little deaf girl should be out. What kind of fucking
in the rain on a boat?
What a titan, bro! Like, what is wrong with you? What kind of
even if she is the only one to communicate with him, like come on, no, she should not be out there.
Like, come on, it's an obvious answer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like that they added. That's got me pissed off. They were adding things. That they could have used that time to.
That's what I'm saying.
To do different more.
That's what I was saying. It's like cut some of the jokes out. Like just get straight to like. All right. This is like,
if you're gonna have a joke too, at least have it be a good joke.
I thought they had some good jokes that they didn't need to change. But I know what you mean. Like, dialogue wise, like again, like that's the, it's for me. It's a dialogue thing.
I agree.
Like, replace some of the dialogue to do things that you just save of the time so you can explain a little bit better of like the circumstances of what's going on, other than like I'm thrown into this random shit. And I think my biggest problem is. I did see some of the other early reviews that came out for it a few days before.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were saying like, "Oh, it's so great!" Like they, there's not as much as the humans this time, and it's like, I guess for me it was like, yeah, there's less in comparison to the others.
Yeah.
But it still felt like more than I was expecting, and so I was a bit disappointed. It's like, wait, so there's still a good chunk of just humans running around doing randomless shit while. We're waiting for these two to fight, and they only fight twice.
Facts.
So, but other than that, at the end of the day, I still think it was definitely a fun movie. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
I would definitely rewatch, the fights themselves.
Yeah. If you had to rate it yourself out of 10.
For me, I guess like right now, I'd give it a 6.
That's exactly what I'd give it to.
Yeah, it could definitely get higher in terms of like if maybe like I said, maybe it's just my disappointment from my own hype.
Yeah, maybe a second watch would be like.
Yeah, so I've seen it 3 times so far. Cause like I said, because I watched it the first time, I was like I didn't like it, and then I saw everybody going nuts about it. And I was like, okay, I guess I must be crazy. So I had to rewatch it twice just to give like a better, more fairness of this review of like trying to find the things I did enjoy from it. So overall, I would give it a 6 in terms of just my right now, but it could go up later on depending on. Yeah, again, rewatch and how it sits. Because right now it's only, we're recording this on Thursday, so it came out yesterday. I was off, so I was able to just, watch and relax. But it is still like a lot to take in.
I think it's kind of tough for like these kind of blockbuster movies, all this action shit like that, especially after the Snyder Cut came out. Like, how can you compete?
Yeah, I saw my Snyder Cut.
You know what I'm saying? How can you compete with that? You can't.
Yeah, no, you can't.
and it's tough for these movies out there. You know, just no movies release anything for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Wait till next year.
And I guess will be the positive side of it, but restore the Snyder Cut.
Obviously, restore the Snyder Cut.
Not in the toxic way. Don't go at people. Just
you know what I'm saying. Like if they don't, it is what it is.
Yeah, but let's just
I would like to see it continue.
Yeah, let's just again, we made our requests and that's it. Like leave it at that.
Call it a day. You know what I'm saying. So much you can do.
I don't know how true it is. I honestly probably put no real stock in it, but I think it's a nice thought. There was a rumor going around that The Rock, apparently behind the scenes is trying to get the execs to restore the Snyderverse. He's part of that movement. And, apparently behind the scenes his voice, his opinion. Which, given how much he is a fan, the only reason why it makes sense to me and why I think it's a nice thought and why people probably believe it a lot is. So I don't know if a lot of people know this, but The Rock and Henry Cavill, who plays Superman, have the same manager. They have the same management. They're managed by The Rock's ex-wife.
Really?
Yeah. So which is a dope. Obviously him and his ex-wife make it work, and they
make a business.
Yeah, and they have an amazing career together. Clearly, because how successful he is, obviously, is a reflection of her and his current wife and everything. So yeah, she's also the manager of Henry Cavill. If she's his manager, I gotta feel that it's okay, my ex-husband loves this guy, they're friends. Mm-hmm. He loves his interpretation of Superman. He's about to be Black Adam. He wants to fight him as Superman. Mm-hmm. And I, as his management, have been with him for I don't know how long they've been together, but it's he went through Man of Steel. Then they kind of sidelined him with BVS, and then he got to do amazing shit in Justice League. But it is more towards the end. He hasn't been able to get his own solo film again, so it's if I'm her, I'm with The Rock, and I believe The Rock is, also has the power to, really push the stuff behind the scenes, and then you also got
icon, bro.
Yeah, and then the fact that you got Joe Manganiello talking about what his Deathstroke origin, would be in terms of what his ideas are, but he hasn't gone into any specifics about what it would happen, which means it's hey, the studio, as much as people were going crazy about him, in Justice League 2, not 2, the movie, but also with his nightmare scene and also the post-credit scene with Lex Luthor, it's if origin villain movies have worked. Joker proved it. So it's you put a rated R Deathstroke in the style of The Raid. Come on, why?
There's no way it can fail.
That's what I'm saying. So it's for Warner Brothers, it's
just do it.
Yeah, I think it's us as the fans, we would go see that, and then the general audience would love that because it's a dark, non-funny Deadpool, basically, and I think that's a good thing. You got to distinct yourself, and in all fairness to them, Warner Brothers, you have DC, you guys made Deathstroke first. Mm-hmm. He slayed Wilson. That's how Deadpool was created and had his name, Wade Wilson. He knows he's a ripoff of Deathstroke, so it's just make a great Deathstroke movie.
Swords and everything, bro.
So I think they should do it. Again, restore the Snyderverse just in the sense of give Henry Cavill opportunity to do more, give them all, just an opportunity
to actually take off with this.
And we're literally basically telling you, we want to give you more money. That's basically what we're saying here.
I will spend all of my money watching these.
That's
movies.
What I'm saying. And I think what they don't realize is that
all these video games, I know they're coming out with everything. I would do all of it.
I think why Justice League personally is so successful is kind of similar reason why Endgame is successful, where it's if you invested your time into these movies, and so obviously Justice League, they haven't had a lot to build up, but if you're invested in these characters from the comics, we will come back out to see it in droves. Because there's so much for us, Easter egg shit on the inside.
Facts.
And when you do that, when you adapt your properties in the right way that they should be adapted. Now, whether you want to agree or not, whether it should be Zack Snyder's darker version or the traditional version, kind of more we got with Shazam. But even with Shazam, it's the kind of the same thing where it's when you're true to the character and the comic itself and you let it be what it is.
I agree.
And don't try to restrict it to make it grounded or serious or do whatever it is you think you want it to be. Just trusting your directors who are fans of this shit the way that Kevin Feige trusts in his directors that they're fans of the MCU.
I agree.
And just Endgame and Justice League, it's they're both awesome because if you're a diehard fan, there's so much in there for you. And as a regular fan, it's I think there is an intangible thing of when you're not a comic book fan and you see something that's so well made from a comic book, it's you appreciate it. You can tell that there's Like I remember, like one of our friends who, one of my boys who, isn't into shit like this at all. He don't really even go to the movies like that. But even he was like, "Yo, I seen that shit 3 times." He saw England 3 times because he's like, it was amazing to him.
Yeah.
But he didn't understand all the little references. Mm-hmm. But it's just he fucked with it because it was a good movie. Same thing with Justice League. I've seen a lot of people that I know who do not fuck with comic books and stuff like that. Yeah. That I see posting like yo, this Justice League is amazing. This is way better. Where it's like, yeah, because it's handled with care. They trusted in Zack to let him finish this the way he wanted.
They gave all the characters the right amount of shine.
And development.
Where it's like, because obviously other than Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, this is all new characters.
Yeah.
To the thing. So I'm saying, and to even bring them in and have Cyborg, be the heart of the movie, people understood it. Like, mm-hmm. What I'm saying, nobody was confused about it. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Like, everybody was just right in there.
Exactly.
And I thought that's because obviously they didn't do it the way Marvel did. Marvel obviously had all these movies to build up to the Avengers and all that stuff, where they kind of just started with this.
Yeah.
There's no better way they could have done it.
Yeah.
Than Zack Snyder.
Exactly.
And that's why we love to see it keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Also, Suicide Squad trailer review, real quick.
Yes. Let's do it.
I cannot wait. Directed by James Gunn, who did Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, and is about 3. He's about to do 3, and the holiday special for Disney Plus.
Yep.
He's also produced things like Brightburn. He directed old horror classic, cult classic, Slither. That actually just had, I think had its like 15 or 16 year anniversary actually the other day.
Wow.
Yeah, James. Yeah.
Good for him.
James Gunn, amazing director, is now directing the Suicide Squad, which is a sequel, soft reboot. The team and stuff, and I'm very excited. I thought it looked amazing. It looks
good.
I love that they, again, what we were saying before. It looks like they're letting him be him.
That's what I'm saying.
The fact that we're going to see Starro so Starro is the giant starfish you see at the end of the trailer. And in the comics, he's the very first villain that the Justice League ever fights. Really cool villain. He's got like telepathic powers. He can regenerate even by the smallest cell. Like it's very hard to kill, basically. So that already in itself is like wacky. You got characters like Weasel, Polka Dot Man.
Characters people who don't even ever thought about were real. You know what I'm saying? They've been around for literally decades.
Yeah, and
which is great.
So it's just so great to see these characters. Like again, I get to now live in a world where I'm gonna be watching on a theater screen later this year. I'm gonna be watching Polka Dot Man and King Shark.
I feel like
that's gonna be so nuts. And voiced by Sylvester Stallone, Rocky himself, which is gonna be
hand.
And I love he's like, we're all gonna fucking die. And then the Polka Dot Man's just like, I hope so. It's just such a great line. Like I cannot wait.
It's gonna be a fun movie. James Gunn knows how to bring a bunch of star power all together. Obviously, and to be rated R and to just go fucking balls nuts with it. It's gonna be amazing.
And I even love that somebody like Rick Flag in the trailer looks like his traditional like Rick Flag costume from the comics, where it's like there goes the water again. Sorry guys. But what I love is I really love the fact that James is able to. Sorry, that water got me mad fucking distracted. What was I saying?
What was I saying? Rick Flag.
Oh, Rick Flag, yeah. I just like that Rick Flag has traditional costume compared to the first one, where he literally just had like a regular army uniform. It's like he didn't stand out. You know what I mean?
He looked like one of the other like regular.
Yeah, compared now, it's like he's got like the the gun holster, the shorter sleeves, just like the rocking the tee,
bomb jacket, all that.
Yeah, like I really like where they're going with like these characters and their designs.
I feel like a lot of designs that I've seen in the trailer actually are pretty accurate to the comics.
Yeah, so again, like trusting in him, and I think we're in for something really, really special. I think this is going to be the version of Suicide Squad people wanted back in.
I agree.
2016.
Yeah.
Because I rewatched that one recently, and it is a lot harder to watch now. It is not. Yeah, it does not hold well.
That's sad.
Yeah, I feel bad. Yeah. But I still like a lot of moments from it. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it's the piece of heaping garbage that it is, but it is kind of not that rewatchable.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So excited for that. Comes out in August. Yeah. Trying to think what else in the world of movies and television nerd stuff that we like. Have you heard of the cast for Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I have not. I heard Ian McGregor is coming back, if I'm not mistaken.
So, obviously. Yeah. So
and Christian.
Yeah.
Evans as well.
So those two are already confirmed.
Yeah.
They finally confirmed that Joel Edgerton and the chick who played the young Aunt Beru, I forgot her name. I don't have the list on me right now, but the actress who played Aunt Beru and Joel Edgerton, from like Warrior or shit like that, he is gonna come back as young Uncle Ben, the one who takes care, because they were he actually did before he blew up and became Joel Edgerton that he's known for today. He was Uncle Ben in the episode 3 at the end when Ewan McGregor gives them the baby. So they're gonna be coming back. Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, the actress from Game of Thrones, the one who plays the island's queen, the one that kills Cersei's daughter with the kiss.
The older one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
forgot her name, but she's gonna be in it. There's a few others, but the 3 that really stood out to me, and I know are gonna stand out to you, is Ice Cube's son, O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Star Wars?
I don't know if Junior's in his name. I don't know why I just said that. I think
it's just his name.
Yeah. O'Shea Jackson. He's going to be in the show, which is like, okay, awesome. Ice Cube's son's gonna be in Star Wars. Like,
that's pretty cool, man. Yeah.
Han from Fast and Furious.
Oh, him, yeah.
Sung Kang. He's gonna be in it, which is like awesome. Again, like. Yeah. He's one of my favorite characters, and Tokyo Drift is my favorite Fast and Furious movie. So
it is also my favorite.
So he's one of my favorite characters in the franchise. So it's like so dope to see him. Just get something outside of it that like people can get to know him for, and be in a wider audience. And the last one, which is like the nuttiest, like when I saw the whole list, he was the first one that my eyes went to. That I was like, wait, what the fuck is he doing there? Benny Safdie, the director from Good Time and Uncut Gems.
One of the Safdie brothers.
Yeah, the one who played Robert Pattinson's brother in Good Time.
Yeah. Is
going to be in Star Wars. In the Obi-Wan series.
That's fucking lit. That's awesome.
Bro, to go from this indie director who directed these 2 crazy films and had an amazing performance in Good Time,
Star Wars?
To Star Wars, bro. Like, that's so awesome. And he's also in the new film, Promising Young Woman on, not Promising Young Woman. He's in, it's the Netflix movie. I'll have to look for the title later and show you, but I forgot. But there's a Netflix movie that he's in right now that has been getting good reviews, so I want to check it out. Pieces of a Woman. Pieces of a Woman, I believe it's called. And yeah, I once I saw that, because Good Time is one of my top favorite movies of
the last decade, probably, right? Yeah.
For me personally, it's probably my top 5 all time. Like,
it's a very good movie.
So good. So to see him just get that opportunity and see him like glow up is just awesome.
That's what's up, man.
So I can't wait for it. They start shooting. They just started shooting this week. So, Obi-Wan Kenobi series is coming, man. Like,
I heard they're making another series for Ahsoka?
Yeah, Ahsoka's getting her own series. Yep.
I think it's the same chick as from
right? Rosario Dawson. Yep, she got her own spinoff.
She got her own spinoff. But I think that's only limited, right? That and the Boba Fett are both limited.
Boba Fett's limited. We don't know about Ahsoka. That could probably, because that's honestly something that could go on for like a few more seasons. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
There's been a lot of good stuff. Oh, I believe in next week or 2 weeks from now is when Mortal Kombat drops as well.
Yep, we got Mortal Kombat coming at the end of this month. So by the end of this month, so we'll definitely have a review for that, and that's gonna be
it's gonna be fun to watch.
I cannot wait. It's gonna be fun. I cannot wait. That's one we'll probably have to go to the theater for now. The theaters are back open.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah,
definitely.
No, actually, now that you said it, we're definitely going.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
It's Mortal Kombat.
I know.
Like, we have to.
If there's a movie to see in theaters, it's definitely Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
And now you know what I mean, though, where it's like I didn't think Kong and Godzilla was a bad movie, but I just feel like personally I would have been really upset if I paid $10 and went to the theater to see that. Like as my first movie experience.
Come back, yeah. Honestly, I feel that.
Yeah, but other than that, though, again, it's not bad or anything.
Yeah, 6 out of 10 is still watchable.
Yeah. So definitely let us know what you guys think.
Absolutely.
Of the movie in the comments, because again, like I know, like. It's 83%.
It's all opinions here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, but I know it's like 83% for the critics. It's 95% for the audience, so people are clearly loving it. So I guess like maybe if I just calm my expectations and just see what other people are really thinking, just get give you like the really things you guys really liked about it. Details of scenes, moments, things
maybe
that really
something we didn't pick up on.
Yeah, exactly. Like I guarantee it's I watched it at 3 a.m. I was exhausted. I can't, lie and say I wasn't nodding at certain points, and then that's why I had to rewatch it 2 more times. But even then, it's like then I went to work, and here I am. So it's like there's a lot I probably forgot by now that I probably missed. So
I feel that.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else in the? Oh, actually, I do want to bring something up to you. Travis Scott just broke the record for highest sales ever for a seltzer.
Really? I just bought some today.
Yeah, I'm getting some tomorrow once I get paid tomorrow. Yeah, he.
I don't doubt it's just good as hell, man. Seltzer's called Cacti.
Yeah.
Very good.
Cactus Jack.
I recommend.
Yes.
7%.
Yeah, and I just find it crazy that it's like, cause behind the scenes, me and Alan, we'll talk a lot about rappers that we love and the things that they're doing, and I've been saying like this past year, when that song Franchise dropped, I knew you weren't a fan of it, and I did enjoy the song. I think it's more and more you got to have some appreciation for it because now you realize what he was setting up that when he dropped that song.
I get it now.
Where it's like he is a franchise. He is a franchise at this point.
I was telling you too before.
In a year span, he went from Fortnite to McDonald's to PlayStation to his own seltzer, and now outselling every other seltzer debut. Where it's like you beat out Bud Light. You beat out
stuff around for
competitors
for 20 plus years doing this shit. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? In your first try.
That's because you literally have a fan base of people that really fuck with you.
Yeah. Like I said, I think he could be the next Jay-Z when it comes to business and shit.
Oh yeah,
100%.
I think he's on his way there.
100%.
Because he's
making good moves. And you know what's crazy? Even with all this crazy stuff, like I said, you went to Fortnite when people didn't even like Fortnite. That shit was dope as fuck. I hate Fortnite. I thought that shit was dope as fuck. So you had a McDonald's meal. Who the fuck has McDonald's meal anymore? Nobody. That's some
nobody
big
since
shit.
Jordan.
That's
that was since 90. I think 92.
That's what I'm saying. That's just the craziest shit. And you brought that back. It made that shit crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And I think what's also I think I don't want to get killed for this, but it's but what it's Jay-Z. When you said Jay-Z, it's I think what's even dope, a little bit doper about him, just slightly, is Jay-Z is in a position more of I'm breaking barriers for black people in the business.
In the corporate world, though.
Yeah, in the corporate world.
Yeah.
What I like about Travis is it feels really more of an inspiration.
I agree.
If you're a kid and you're a fan of Travis Scott, we fuck with him because of his music and we're older and we just like rap music and we it's the style we like. And we just happen to then also love him as a person throughout the years. But if you're a kid and you're Travis Scott, Sicko Mode, it's on the radio, that's what you like, that's what you love. And then now you're seeing this dude doing all these crazy things where it's if you aspire to be like him, he's showing you you yourself can be a franchise. Yeah. You yourself can be, with your talents, if you work hard and you really dedicate yourself, you can be manifest whatever it is you want. Apparently, I don't know how true it is or if they're really working on it, but apparently, he's trying to bring Astro World back in Texas where it's
I heard about that, yeah.
Where it's to think about that. Your childhood favorite place that then shut down. You became a franchise and now you're able to make that come back.
That's what I'm saying.
That shows the power of I just feel it shows more of from a
and I'm sure you can
young energy. Where it's Jay-Z's doing again more corporate, older, grown men shit. Where it's Travis really is for the kids. Where it's
for the little
inspiring. Guy. Yeah, I'm inspiring for the little guy, and I really appreciate him for that.
And I feel that's good. That's why he went to Fortnite, McDonald's, and all this shit. And even seltzers now, the kids drinking all these seltzers and shit. It's a good move. You know what I'm saying? It is.
And a lot of because again and I get it. Would it be more respectful for people to look at him as prestige with like George Clooney or The Rock with these high brand liquors, a tequila like Diddy with Ciroc? It's he could have gone that route, and maybe he does have one that I don't know about. I don't want to share that.
Maybe he'll come out some soon. Who knows?
I like that. It's I'm gonna. What's the trend right now? Seltzers. That's what the kids are. You know what I mean? I feel he really looks at it from the kids' perspective. And I don't mean kids obviously kids who can't drink, but I mean us. The kids of us, people who are under, I would say under 30, people who are still technically really young in life, and I feel he really thinks about also our age range too. I think that's why he also appeals to us a bit harder than the younger generation, where it's they don't fuck with him because he's Travis Scott, but he, he's only
28, some shit.
Yeah, it's he's only a few years older than us, where it's he grew up in that 90s to early 2000s era of shit. Yeah, exactly. So it's he knows the shit that we fuck with and how he fuck with it, where it's I respect that it's all right, the niggas that are my age that fuck with me, some of them like are younger. They don't have most of them can't afford the life that I afford.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if I'm gonna make a liquor, a alcohol brand, why don't I do a seltzer that they're things that they're fucking with, and then I can make it affordable, like, and guaranteed, even though it's a little bit more pricey than most of the seltzers, I don't mind paying it because it's like you get a 12-pack of the
it's only more expensive because it has a higher alcohol.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the only reason. Yeah.
But the fact that it's only like $1 more for you know what I mean, like
the Bud Light seltzer is like
$15.99 to $16.99. It's really not that bad. Like
it's like $2-3 tops. It's not crazy. Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a higher percentage. Yeah, you don't get like the 12-pack. It's only a 9-pack, but still.
Like, and they're delicious too.
Yeah, like
I would like to see more flavors, obviously, but
I hope it's something that grows. Honestly,
yeah.
So. Yeah, man, Travis out here doing big things, man. I really, really liking it. Man. Oh, and you finally listened to the Benny album, right?
Fire, bro. I haven't stopped listening to it since.
Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, Benny the Butcher's How I Met the Plug 2, fucking
amazing.
Yeah,
so I think it's kind of a short project. It's only like 9 songs.
Yeah, it's
like 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I be liking Griselda. They're dropping projects, but they're not dropping anything crazy
like
on
super
you.
Huge. You know what I'm saying? But it's very good. That dude could spit, bro.
Yeah.
I
would like to see them get more into I definitely love all the shit that they do, and I don't want them to switch up at all. Mm-hmm. But I think it'd be dope if whatever they're, because I like how they do these small projects. Mm-hmm. I wonder if they do a full length album, if we're gonna get more different shit we haven't seen from them yet. You know what I mean?
Of course,
some different genre tones and shit.
If there's some that I know,
not poppy, but just like a different type of hip hop beat,
If something I know. Cats like that, young cats like that, who understand that kind of business and understand what it takes to continue to be successful.
Yeah.
And also keep up the skill that they have as lyricists.
Yeah.
There's no way they're not going to be doing such shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. So and the way that they're dedicated as lyricists, facts, they're gonna come out with some crazy shit. They probably already have it. They probably just haven't released anything yet. But we'll have to wait and see.
Word.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Positively.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else has really dropped that I really listened to.
I listened to this guy. His name's NF. I've been a fan of him for years.
You've been telling me about him.
He just dropped a mixtape. Apparently, he said that he had a couple songs that's not gonna be on the album, so he just wanted to put it together, just throw it out till he finishes the album.
Yeah.
Which was cool. I'm a very big fan of it. I thought the mixtape was okay. There were a few songs that I really liked. Some songs that I thought he could have done better. I think he's one of the better rappers out, in my opinion. His last full-length album, The Search, was one of the best I've heard in a long time. So I would give the mixtape a listen. Again, he's very skilled. I enjoy his music.
Yeah.
He's getting pretty popular.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? One of the last things before we leave, have you heard of the new show on Amazon Prime, Invincible? Animated show. It's about superheroes, produced by Seth Rogen.
That sounds super familiar.
Well,
actually, Seth Rogen just opened up his own business called Houseplant.
I've been seeing about that.
It's lit. I watched the videos. He actually makes his own pottery that he sells and shit. And he sells weed and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
I've been seeing him do that. Well, here I'll show you.
Actually, Seth Rogen's doing a lot, man.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So this show, Invincible. Let me pull it just so you can see the picture of it. It's on Amazon Prime. There's 3 episodes right now. New episodes drop on every Friday.
Yes, I saw a clip of it. He's like a superhero. He killed mad people, bro. I was like, oh shit.
Well,
spoiler.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, this is the trailer. I saw the trailer.
Yeah. Well,
my bad. Spoiler.
The first 3 episodes are on Amazon Prime. I really highly recommend that everyone go check it out. It is, if you're a fan of Watchmen, but you don't like it to be so dark, where it's they handle serious topics. It is really dark in certain places. It's extremely violent, but it's also a really well told story. There's a lot of funniness and bright moments. If you're a big fan of Big Mouth, Jay from Big Mouth has a really funny role of basically a superhero Jay kind of character.
Bro, that guy is hilarious.
So,
bro.
Yeah, and he just the whole show is fucking amazing. Yeah. And if you're also a big fan of The Walking Dead, it stars Glenn Stephen Yeun from The Walking Dead, now Academy Award nominated actor Stephen Yeun.
Congratulations, my guy.
Yes, for his film Minari. But Glenn from The Walking Dead, he stars in it, and what's awesome is, for the first, at least so far for the first 3 episodes, most of the cast is actors from The Walking Dead.
Really?
Yeah, so you have Abraham, Sasha, Morgan.
Oh, they're all there. They all do voices. Right?
Yeah. What's his name? Abraham. So yeah, it's Abraham, the actor, the one who plays like the. I can't remember his name. Is it Tommy, the one who has his husband dies after they meet him, or his boyfriend dies after they meet him? He's the one that they held up in the barn.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I can't remember his name. But
I know you're talking about,
he does actually multiple voices. He's a really good voice actor. He does a lot of great impressions, like on YouTube and shit. Just really, really, really great show. All the actors are incredible, and you've been in Community, right? The one who plays the main blonde chick.
In Community?
Yes, I forgot her character's name.
I just finished watching that show too.
Because you got Alison Brie, who's the other one though.
Yeah, it is how about.
She voices another main role in the show, and like they all just kill it. It's really, really great. So highly recommended. Definitely.
Britta, that's her name. Of the show.
Britta, yes.
That was the name of the show. Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely check that out. It's a.
I'll definitely check it out. I saw a clip from it. I thought it was dope as hell. I didn't even know where it was from.
It's so dark. Yeah. It's so dark, but it's like, if you just, again, like I don't think it's for everybody, but.
Definitely very violent. You said right. Yeah.
Yeah, but because it's extremely violent, but. Again.
Yeah, man, violence is. I like violence in shows and shit.
Yeah.
It's what I do.
Exactly. Oh, and Space Jam trailer drops on Saturday. So.
Okay.
The second one.
Look forward to that. What's that, Thursday? Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait. Because I think it's gonna finally put to rest like all the people that are like. I understand
about it. Yeah.
Well, I understand people have a lot of reservations, but it's also because people don't look up anything anymore and actually try to look for shit. So they already released the synopsis. It's like it's Space Jam 2 in the sense of the premise and
you got a basketball player and Looney Tunes basically.
Exactly.
That's literally
that is the only real.
That's the bottom line work.
At least from the synopsis, that's the only real thread. Like I don't know if they're ever gonna like address the Michael Jordan movie at all. But at least from this, what it's gonna be is LeBron's son basically creates this machine called the Warner 3000. It's supposed to be like a virtual reality machine that basically can take you through all the different Warner Brothers movies. Mm-hmm. So Don Cheadle plays like some high executive that wants to use it or whatever, and then his son gets kidnapped, I guess, and trapped in there. So LeBron goes into the machine to find his son, and along the way, runs the Looney Tunes.
Shit happens, yeah.
Yeah, so like from at least the rumor of what like that's been on things like Reddit, people just saying, oh, they seen the script, whatever, but there's no real evidence. But I like it because it also goes along with the synopsis that came out officially from the studio. But is that apparently there might be appearances from like literally mad different movies throughout the Warner Brothers catalog.
That's pretty cool.
Which is a lot. Like that, It also includes like DC, just Harry Potter, mad shit that they could use, and so I like it that it's not a Looney Tunes sequel. It's literally a whole different story, just with the same IP. So I think the trailer will finally, like when they show that in the trailer, if they explain it, it'll put a lot of people's rest at ease. Where it's like,
I agree. Yeah.
Even if you end up not liking that idea, at least be happy that if you're gonna make a sequel, you're gonna do something very different. And not so it doesn't ruin the painting.
I will say this right now
because if it was a repeat of the first, then it would ruin the first. That's what
I will say this right now because I think that's the biggest problem with people with Space Jam 2 is like do not compare it to Space Jam 1. Space Jam 1 is a classic, obviously.
Yeah.
Don't compare.
You're not gonna be able to.
It may be called Space Jam 2, but it's gonna be a completely different movie.
Yeah.
So just treat it as a different movie,
And the biggest thing people have to admit, people are never gonna want to admit it. LeBron's a better actor. LeBron is a way better actor. And he's actually that's not even like a diss at Jordan, and that's not even like me making shit up. Like if anybody here has seen the movie Trainwreck, LeBron can act and especially do comedy. Like not easy to play.
Jordan never actually did any of this. Like
that's what I'm saying.
So
it's like just in terms of the quality of the movie, you have a better lead already. You have a dude who's already way more charismatic than Jordan was. Just in the sense that Jordan was he was Jordan. You know what I mean? Like he was
he was a hardhead, bro. I want to be the best. You know
exactly. Where LeBron is like, LeBron obviously has the same mentality, but he also is a much bigger business. Like because of how big Jordan became, I think is why somebody like LeBron is able to do the business and be the face of certain shit that he is today.
I agree.
So it's like again, one happened because of the other type of shit. But at the end of the day, because of that, LeBron has now had a better chance to just do more acting jobs, and
I agree.
He's killed it as him. Like when he plays LeBron James in Trainwreck, and it's like for you to be able to play yourself, it's really not as easy as people think. Like especially playing a parodied, like in the movie, he's like a cheap ass motherfucker.
Yeah,
like,
it's a parody version of yourself.
Yeah, like it's just really funny. Yeah. So I really think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be good.
It'll be a fun movie.
Yeah,
I think so.
All right. Well, I think this is a good place to wrap it up for this episode. Keep it a little shorter than the last time. It was probably still a good length.
Well, our last one was the longest we ever done.
Yeah. So let's try not. We'll fluctuate around this time, I guess, for now.
Facts.
But other than that, thank you guys so much for listening this far. Again, hit us in the comments of what you think of the movies. Are you excited for the Space Jam 2 trailer?
What do you think about King Kong and
Godzilla and support and like it, just like I understand why people might not want to subscribe yet. See, I can't even talk properly, so
that's why they don't want to subscribe.
Exactly. So at least leave a like out of pity, and we'd appreciate it for now.
But if you want to subscribe, we'll give you.
Stop trying to promise shit every week.
But
again, if you do like to subscribe now, you stay. We get money.
Exactly. We'll give you stuff when we get stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Giveaways. That's what they call this.
Facts, man. Maybe, a year from now we might have a free MacBook or whatever people do these days. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't own technology.
I don't know how to do stuff.
I still got a flip phone.
The Nokia. That's my shit.
I got the NV3 still. I have literally only our generation probably just understood what I just said. It's all good. Well, guys, until next week on this terrible, shitty podcast. But it's all good because we're still at the bottom. But thank you guys so much. Until next time on the Jared and Alan Show, I am Jared.
My name's Alan.
And we did not introduce ourselves in the beginning again because we're fucking idiots.
I think we did.
No, we did not.
Yes, we did. We said it was a Jared and Alan Show.
But I guess people didn't know who was who until, so we gotta... Again, that's why we're the shitty podcast. We're at the bottom, but we're learning. We'll take notes. All right, guys. Until next time. See you later.